Welcome to Cohesive Friendship Unit. My name is Chris. I'm here with Brian,
What's going on?
Jeremy,
What's up?
and Jake.
Hey guys.
Guys, Risk of Rain 2 Hidden Realms, the last update we get before 1.0. A lot of cool stuff, new character, new stage variants, new Hidden Realms, new items, and much more. We're going to talk all about Risk of Rain 2 Hidden Realms update, but before we do, we're doing a giveaway that will be announced on the 23rd, so all you got to do is be subscribed to be entered in that giveaway. So if you love us, sub us. 23rd is when our Game of the Year video is coming out. Another reason to maybe be subbed. And if you like this video, throw us a like. Yeah. All right, guys. We're just going to kind of talk about our experience with the Hidden Realms update and go through any major things we wanted to talk about in the patch notes. I think the first thing would probably be Acrid, the new character, right?
Quick correction before we jump in. There is one more update in March before 0.0.
Okay, my bad. You're right. Well,
So just so we don't confuse anyone,
That's
one
true.
more Artifacts comes out, then 1.0.
great. I forgot about
Acrid.
artifacts. You see it on the right, you just forget.
Yes.
It's been there since day one.
Right.
Is in development. Well, Acrid. How are we feeling about this dinosaur boy?
He's pretty cool.
I
mean-
love the look of him.
Yeah, he's got the character design is pretty cool.
He's
And when
more
he-
ridiculous than the plant.
Yeah.
No, dude, he's way better than the plant. The plant is absolutely preposterous.
The plant was
I'm
I'm
funny.
sorry.
This guy looks pretty cool.
He's handsome.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to see him down a dark alley at night.
No,
He's,
I would want to
Poison
see
the
him.
shit out of you,
I
dude.
would want to give him a little head scratch.
No, dude, he'll
Billy
poison
Bro.
the shit out of you. He's got those spikes.
he's
does
like the
have these
first
spikes.
character that's truly like in between melee and ranged. Like he's not a melee character. That's his primary damage, but he's not a range character because he can't really kill with range,
Right.
right? Like that's what's interesting to me about him.
Yeah, did we mention his abilities?
I mean, we can
Yeah.
run through him quick, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so he's got a melee on his basic attack, and then two abilities that shoot poison. His right click shoots poison that hits an enemy. His R shoots poison which spreads, and up to 20 enemies, which is a lot.
That's a lot. You get a
And
cube
his
on that?
Right?
Mm.
Well, and his shift is a jump that will do damage and place poison on the ground, kind of like when the Beetle Queen shoots her poison, similar to that.
And you get two of those.
You get two of them, so he's kind of mobile, but considering the other two characters are Loader and Mercenary, he's barely mobile compared to those guys. So it's interesting.
I think he's like a mobile heavy though. Like as the heavies go, like he's
super heavy.
he's more he's tanky and he's more mobile than like
But
Multi or Rex or whatever.
he doesn't have any shielding or anything like that. Like multi, at least like you have the shift, which gives you a shield from pretty much anything. Like you don't get anything.
Loader gets that shield just
Yeah,
for
you
attacking.
get the bullshit shield when you kill people.
Yeah, and that I mean
Yeah.
that's Acrid base. His primary attack is like up and close, just like Loader,
Right.
and he doesn't have iframes like Mercenary.
Yeah, so we played him, and I don't think either we didn't really have a ton of trouble with staying alive, which I thought was surprising. But it seems like building health or some sort of healing is probably going to be very important for Acrid, because you don't get that survivability at all.
Yeah, I think Topaz Brooches are going to be big.
Yeah, I
Or
mean, he literally
playing-
has no iframes at all,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
Or playing is, part of a multiplayer group, which we had talked a little bit about, Jake, beforehand. Like, if you have someone like the engineer or the robot that can just kill the people that are down to 1 health, because, like, the ranged attacks don't really kill anybody. They just weaken them to the point that, like, 1 hit from anything will kill them, but they don't kill them all the way. So, either letting them get up close so you can melee them, or having someone on your team that can kill them for you once you've weakened them is otherwise you're going to be in trouble. Like you kind of need that.
Yeah. And I don't know. I just think that, like, again, their character diversity is so good, and I think this is just another addition. Like, knee-jerk reaction. He's not a copy cut paste of any other character. He is very unique.
Yeah, and he did come from Risk of Rain 1, I believe.
Yeah, he did.
But actually, I forget what I was going to say.
All right. Well, we unlocked him by going to one of the 2 new hidden realms. If we want to transition to those.
Yeah. Actually, before we move on, I was going to say that when Rex came out, he had a steep learning curve, whereas Acrid does not feel like he's got a pretty steep learning curve. Like, you get it pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But there does seem to be a lot more to him. Like, even just playing him for a bit today, there's definitely a couple of things I'm like, oh, light bulb went off. Like, oh, you can do that, and that does this, and it's pretty cool. So might like do a guide on him or something if you guys want to see that.
Someone already asked. I mean, we're recording this right after we put up our unlock guide. Somebody already first comment was, "Will you do a video on him?" So yeah, maybe we will.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got him by going to one of the 2 hidden realms, and we can also bundle in the stage variants. But the hidden realm that you get him in, spoilers if you is called the Void Fields, and that's kind of a cool idea because I think there's incentive for going back to the Void Fields after you unlock him. Basically, anytime you go to the Bazaar Between Time, you can go into the Void Fields and you do these basically mini teleporters, and they're quick. I think they're about they're shorter than a normal teleporter run, but every time you successfully do one, you get an item, and you could go in there, do a few items, or you can do up to 9 items. That's how many cells there are in this realm. You could go in there and say, like, oh hey, we could really use like 3 more items, and get those 3 items and then pop out. So, like, there is incentive to go back into this realm, which I like.
That's true.
What's the trade-off? I haven't done this yet. So, like, do you have to give something up to do it? Does time start again?
Time starts. That is...
The difficulty increases, too.
But you're guaranteed items every time you do one.
It's also not easy. Like, when I played on easy so I could unlock the character, but you have to stay within a very small area. If you go outside the area, you take damage constantly. So it's like, it's not easy.
I'd say the first 4 or so are pretty doable, like very doable.
Yeah.
Like, you go in, get like 3 or 4 items if you're behind, because I think they do go pretty quick, personally.
They do. And if you can stick it out till the end, you get a guaranteed red item, which is very good.
Yeah.
But all the
It's pretty
enemies...
lit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hard.
Get items and that start stacking, and they get like most of it. Well, we did it. Me and Jake did it. It was they didn't really get anything that was that useful. Like, it was crit strike stuff, but like if they got a good item, that could give you a really hard time.
I was telling you guys, I got Dio's best friend on one of them.
Yeah,
so
that's
the enemies came back immediately after I killed them.
That's no good.
It was bad, yeah. Yeah, and there is another secret realm, but the other thing that they added are stage variants, which let stages have multiple layouts, basically. And the first stage, so there's 2 variants of the first stage, Titanic Plains and Distant Route, both have variants now, which I like them personally. It's basically like having 2 new stages, just with the same skin.
Good. So I like the look of them.
I like them better than Scorched Acres, guaranteed, already.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what I have to say about those.
Yeah, I'd like to see that extend to other stuff.
I'm curious if when you do the loop, if those stages are guaranteed to persist or not. Which I don't think we've
That'd be
verified
kind of
yet.
cool.
I don't know, yeah.
Or if it's like, if it can mix up.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Like to switch up stage 1 when you get back to...
Yeah, like you still go to stage 1, but you could go to a different variant.
Right. I like that.
Well, before we get into the items, I do, just because we are kind of going through the patch notes, I do want to say, like, why the fuck don't we have an engineering skin yet?
Oh yeah.
We got the skin for Acrid, so every character except engineer still has a skin.
Because he's beautiful the way he is.
I guess, yeah.
He doesn't have to change for anyone.
I mean, that's true, except they did say that the skin is in development when you go into the thing.
It's gonna be
It's a practical joke. It's the exact same. It's the same guy.
It's gonna be Master Chief. Like when they release it, like you're just gonna become Master Chief.
I'd be down.
That's a hot take.
Or like Gordon Freeman, like an actual engineer or something.
His shield turns into the bubble shield.
Just a guy with a beer belly.
It's the same thing already. Like, they might as well go that step.
Like, do you guys think that there's going to be something special? Or do you think it's just going to be like a random skin?
I think he's going to be colored white.
No, we already have white. We have white on Huntress. I think it's going to be pink.
Oh.
Because...
no, he's already purple.
That's why I think it's going to be pink.
I think there's gonna be something different going on.
All right, I like where Brian's... Well,
I think there's going to be something different going on.
I think the only other character who actually has a truly different, like, layout is Mercenary.
Like, it's going to be some shit like that.
Rex got it now, too.
Well, yeah, Rex got a seasonal update. They changed his... They changed his skin.
Yeah, now he's brown and green. It's
Ironically, they gave him the fall look now that it's winter.
I know that it's winter. I was thinking that too. Also, well, the console players are going to get it in like February or something.
Yeah.
Sucks to be them.
Well,
get a PC, guys.
I do want to go over some of the cool, well, not cool, but the items that were added, because there are actually a lot. The ones that struck me were fresh meat, because we talked that healing is tough ever since Skills 2.0. Fresh meat allows you to get health every time you kill an enemy. Gore's Tome gives you a chance for an item at a kill. And was it it's the resonant disc, right, Brian? The one that
No, it's the Genesis loop.
Oh, the Genesis loop.
That gives you the blue thing.
Yeah, it looks like in general there's a lot of boss items. There are 3 new boss items, so it seems like boss items are going to be more common.
I don't know what triggers that though. Like I was about to die when that triggered. No, you pick it up from the jellyfish like you would with the
Genesis low health.
Genesis loop triggers on low health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you fall under, they call it low health. I don't know what the exact threshold is, but you trigger the same like electric explosion that the jellyfish triggers. And it seems to do a lot of damage.
It's pretty cool, at least.
Yeah. Were there any other items that... I mean, there's a lot of new items, but were there any in particular?
They added a razor wire, which does damage when you receive damage, which is very good. That's a green item. The resonance disc is a red item, which charges up some disc and deals damage. I got it. Didn't seem to make a ton of a difference, so I need to play with it a bit more to see. Visions of Heresy, I think, is the same as Strides of Heresy. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm guessing this just takes a different slot than Strides.
Yeah.
And then some more boss items.
Yeah. Interestingly, one of the boss items is Pearl, and the other is a Radiant Pearl, which is, I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder if that's the new boss from last update.
Yeah.
If that's what it is.
I do just kind of want to talk in general about, like, buffs and nerfs. I guess we can start with the characters and then move to others. I think we were all kind of talking that Rex has the biggest buff, probably. Maybe ever in Risk of Rain.
This is a huge buff.
Yeah. I mean, so... Do you want to summarize it, Jake?
Yeah, so ironically, I just did a multiplayer guide for Rex. Where
like a 25-minute one.
25 minutes, so check it out, because it's still relevant, just, like, so much better now. But in my video, I said that it's still good, but this buff changes his directive inject, which is his heal ability, ups the heal percentage from 30% to 60%, which is a huge buff. And then your primary damage dealing, which they renamed to directive drill instead of seed volley, that's your right click, I believe, now does 0 damage to you. Used to do 30% of your health. Activation now does no damage. So you now have a character that does no damage to themselves besides their heal ability, plus a heal ability that heals you a lot.
Yeah, especially, and we've been talking for a while now. Healing is a big deal now. So
Yeah.
that's, he's, I'm curious to check him out a little bit more. But other than that, for characters, Loader got a buff for some reason, like he needed one. And Brian, our multi-main, also got a buff, but it's only on the scrap launcher, which you're not a fan of, right, Brian?
I wasn't a fan of it because it was marginal. Like, I used it and I was like, this is pretty good, but it's not as good as, like, the nail gun thing, because you have to... There's a cooldown on it. You know, you have to wait for the thing to reload, but they have the cooldown. They decrease the animation duration, which I'm assuming means, like, it shoots faster in between. And they bump the grenade speed by almost 50%. Like, it used to be, one of my problems with it was you'd more lob the shot than actually, like, shoot the person with it. And compared to the rebar gun or whatever it's called, like, that's like a laser versus kind of lobbing things over hills. So it was quite a bit to get used to. But I think that will, I truth be told, I haven't played with the scrap launcher yet. I haven't tried it with these buffs, but I think it'll really change it. I think it'll make it much more viable. I think it'll make people actually want to go for it. And it's not that hard to get. I forget what the qualifications for it were, but it's something that's definitely doable, and it does change how the robot plays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and on the nerf ends of things is mostly in general gameplay, not in characters. Characters didn't get nerfed. It basically seems like bosses in general are a smidge easier. Like special bosses are.
Well,
easier.
that shit was ridiculous, though.
Yeah.
Like when we got the loader, we had to fight that fucking mushroom thing.
Yeah.
Or like when
Dude,
that
fuck
just
that
gets
guy.
summoned because the magma worms kill all the little mushrooms.
Well, yeah, and
Like-
that's another, like, magma worms and the one that you hate, the Grand Imp. That's not what it's actually called. The
Big
imp,
Seed.
the big imp.
Lord.
Might as
Imp
well
Lord.
be what
Yeah,
it's called.
they
It's the
they
Grand
they
Imp.
make those spawn in closer to you now and stuff. So
They've
And
said
it-
that multiple times, so
yeah, that is true. They have said that multiple times.
yeah.
It makes, like, if you hit the teleporter, it, like, all the bosses zero in on you first.
Yes, whoever hits the teleporter gets prioritized initially. Yeah.
Yeah, I do like that.
And then the only other buff that I just wanted to talk about for, like, in general is Happiest Mask got an insane buff. So that item is really, really, really good now. The damage went from 300% on the ghosts to 1500%.
Jesus.
So yeah, that item was already pretty nice to have, and now it's super nice to have. I'm good to just talk about the quality of life stuff unless you guys have anything else.
I
you
did
wanted to
have
mention.
one like general gameplay change that we didn't, and I don't want to talk about it too much here, but they changed one-shot protection for anyone that is really cares about that. They made changes so you can't cheese the game as much. If you don't really know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. But if you want to hear more, I would recommend checking out another video, because there's a couple good videos about one-shot protections. But they made updates to that, and we tend to not really focus on that. So just want to let the people know that was updated for anyone that cares.
Yeah, and in the quality of life department, this is all, again, it's called quality of life, and a lot of this was player recommended, which is nice. But a few just like nice things is there's like a nice visual effect when you're debuffed by the Malachite. You don't have to just look at your health to know that you can't heal. Drones got kind of buffed a bit, in drones and gunner turrets. Drones are basically, when you would fight those jellyfish, the wandering vagrants, right? They would just wipe your drones out, and now drones are resistant to that kind of attack, which is nice. And gunner turrets are finally worth buying now because they actually go to the next level with you, which is also nice. Total total minion kills is now displayed at your end of game report. So if you're an engineering main, I don't know, that'd be nice. And when you do die, if you die, your difficulty is now displayed. So if you're big on posting on those Reddits, you can prove that you're playing on a specific difficulty or something. But yeah, I mean, that's like pretty much all the stuff I want to talk about. Do you guys have anything else, or talk about the game in general? Pre second to last update, pre artifacts.
I like the update. I particularly like the new maps because it kind of gives the game a new feel, especially since they're the first maps you spawn on. I really like that. And Acrid is a ton of fun.
Yeah, like I think it's cool that they showed all the stuff that was suggested by the community with the little cloud, because they're a tiny team, but it shows that they're still paying attention to the people that are playing the game and listening to stuff that they want to have in the game going forward. And I also think it's a great update. And I think so far they really all been great updates. They just keep improving it with every go around. So
this
keep
is
up the good work.
This is a really nice update for me, in that it's nice, but I think I do prefer Skills 2.0 mostly because Skills 2.0 gave me huge incentive to play the game a lot, in that I wanted to get all the skins and all the skills, and that took many hours. And this doesn't, I mean, this adds content, but it doesn't add like reasons to come back. I mean, it does. The game is worth going back to. I'm not saying that it's not, but I did like that about Skills 2.0, and I hope going to 1.0 there is a like a something similar to getting the skins or something,
Yeah, I was going to add in things that I want to see the next two updates, since we're getting close to 1.0, is not because there are actual challenges in the game, but more challenges like the skins and the abilities, the skills. I like to see those because they're hard. They're good challenges to try and get.
I had this wouldn't work because the game's already in the state that it's in, but I had it would be interesting if the last character or something, you could only unlock him on the difficulty you unlock him on. Like if you want to play him on easy, or hard, you have to unlock him on hard, because I don't know.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
It would be a little bit more fun. It's something similar to that,
Yeah, because we just unlocked Acrid in 10-15 minutes on. Get to play him on any difficulty.
But he is hard to unlock on hard.
He would be very, very hard.
Yeah, that'd be difficult.
Yeah. What about you, Jay?
I don't know. It seems good. I only played it for 10 minutes, but they sound like good tweaks. I'm excited to try Acrid out. I do like the new variants for the first two levels. That's a nice way to keep the variety up, like Jake said.
All right. Anything else we want to talk about? All right. Well, what should our Cretaceous fans be doing right about now, Brian?
Cretaceous fans?
Cretaceous.
I don't think they had the internet back then, dude. That was a long time
They're
ago.
probably not watching our YouTube videos.
Well, no, probably not, to be perfectly honest. But, if you haven't bought Risk of Rain yet, you should seriously think about doing that, because it's a damn good game.
Watch our Game of the Year video.
Yeah, or half the fucking videos we have on this show. But if you've played this and you have thoughts on Acrid, the new character, or on the game in general, go ahead and hammer those thoughts on down there in the word box. And like Chris said at the beginning of the video, we are giving something away. Actually, I believe the 23rd is Festivus, is it not?
For the rest of us?
For the rest of us. We're going to get our aluminum pole and have our feats of strength and airing of grievances and whatnot. And we're going to give away a Steam code. It's going to be great. So if you're interested in some of that action, go ahead and click that subscribe button, because Well, if you watched this far, you probably liked it. And we do have a veritable shit ton more content like this right here on the Cohesive Friendship Unit channel. And, smoke them if you got them, guys. That's all for me tonight, Chris.
All right. Thank you, Brian. Catch you guys next time.